What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today. A Litecoin right now, we're sitting at $157.67. We're up about 1%. What I want to do, we're going to start in on Litecoin on the 1 week time frame here, and we're going to work our way in to get a little bit more detail. So if you guys get some from these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you think Litecoin should be a #1 coin, guys, let me know down low and smash that like button up. We're going to continue to cover Litecoin because I still believe this is one of the best coins in the space. It's been here since 2011. It's proven itself. It's time tested, and this is one that always runs hard. And you know, guys, we had a really nice trend setting up here until Bitcoin dumped, and that's just the name of the game. Like I always tell you, watch Bitcoin, because that's going to determine what Litecoin does. And that's why I've been doing more Bitcoin videos, because we're trying to find out where Bitcoin's going to be going here in the next couple days and weeks, because most likely it's going to be an explosive move, whether it be to the upside or the downside, since we've been moving sideways for quite a long time. Okay, so what I want to do is kind of look at past history for Litecoin, guys. And what you can see here is this massive dump. When we got up to, in the last cycle, we got up to around $426. We crashed all the way back to $100, and then we got a really nice bounce back up to $254. And we really haven't seen that yet since the major crash that we've had. So this is back in 2017 here, okay? So you see we had that big blow off top, we came back down, then we had that big reaction back up. And this reaction alone was roughly about 154%. And something we have not seen yet is a bounce out of here, really. We have not gotten a true bounce, guys. We've had this major collapse from roughly about $419 all the way down to $117, but we have not had that big bounce. What I would anticipate was a move up to around $275, right up in that area here. And this is where I do have some alerts and alarms on other charts, right up around that 245 to 275. But what I'm a little bit disappointed is the bounce that we've gotten out of here. Even this one back here, you can see there's almost no volume, but we still made that 145% to the upside. Here, we've had more volume come in. This was almost like a bullish Harami pattern, but we just really haven't had the follow through. I believe we're still waiting for Bitcoin. And one thing you'll notice here, guys, we are in a really nice uptrend here. Nothing was looking bad. We'll look at it on the 1 day time frame. Everything was going along well. Looked like we were going to push higher, and then Bitcoin did its thing. And that's just the name of the game, guys. That's why you always have to be prepared, because Litecoin is going to be an oscillator of Bitcoin. So what we're going to be looking for is the weekly candle close here and to see where we end up. Okay, so we have had a little bit lighter volume here than what we've had here. So if we could push up, this could be our higher low, set that, and then try to go up and set that higher high. The highest we had gotten was roughly back to about 210. We wicked up to it, and then we ended up closing down around $170. Okay, so we tried to get up into that area, but we ended up being rejected a little bit. So if we get into the 3 day time frame here, and let me know what you guys are doing. Are you still sitting in positions? Are you trying to accumulate positions in this area? Do you think we're going to get a nice bounce up? I mean, you can see right here we're down about 62% to the current price, guys, from the top. And that's why I guess I'm just a little bit more surprised that we didn't get more of a bounce than we have gotten out of here on Litecoin, Bitcoin, many other things. But what you can see on the 3 day time frame here, this is a massive hammer candle, and it came on above average volume. So this definitely could be the bottom of this here as we're just moving sideways. So that's something we have to be prepared for. We wicked down to about $117. It got bought all the way up to $180. Okay, so as we're moving sideways, you can see the volume also fading off. So the next move that we have, look for that significant volume. If it's to the upside, you want it to be on heavy volume. To the downside, most likely it's going to be on heavier volume as well. Something similar to like we had here in that heavier volume. Okay, another area for Litecoin that you want to pay a lot of attention to is this downward sloping line right here. So this is the trend line we're also going to have to get up, above, and through. And if we throw our moving averages on, right now on the 1 week, we're trading below our 20 EMA. We're below our 50 in pink. We're trying to hold our 100. So this would be very important to close up above that for support. If you can see, we're slightly below it today, and then we're still up above our 200, which we did wick down to on the 3 day time frame here. So trying to find that as support. Next one, we're going to look into the 1 day time frame. This is basically how I do it, guys, and just go through the time frames and check this stuff out. So on the 1 day time frame, we are still trading below this 200 EMA in white, which I've talked about, guys. We need desperately to get back up above that again. Okay, let me get this downtrend out of the way here. Okay, so we need to get back up above that, and we've actually had the 20 cross down through the 200. Okay, to the downside, which we have not seen in quite a long time. This has not happened since back roughly about September 13th, 2020. Now, guys, this was such a sharp move, and moving averages are lagging indicators. This still could be something that all of a sudden we just get a blast to the upside. You know how this game works. It comes in really long candles. A lot of the times, these 10, 15% candles, you can wake up and we could have a nice strong move through these moving averages to the upside. But right now, the trend on the one-day time frame has been down, and we need to realize that we're trading below all those moving averages, as well as this strong resistance here at 167, and then it's going to be up to around that $200, 211. Right up in that area. The relative strength right now is going to be at 39, and we've basically been moving sideways on the relative strength since May 19th, just really moving sideways, volume starting to tail off. If we get into the technicals here and we take a look, on the one day we have a 15 sell, a 9 neutral, and a 2 buy. Oscillator's getting a little more neutral now, 1 sell, 8 neutral, and a 2 buy. If we get out to the 1 week, we're very neutral here, so that makes a lot of sense with the technical analysis. We're just doing on the 1 week time frame. So we're looking at a 9 sell, 8 neutral, and a 9 buy. And also, guys, if you like how I break this down, smash up that like button, really help us out. Videos really haven't been getting pushed out that much anymore, so I know there's less interest in the cryptocurrency space, but for the people who are here, that really helps out, and I appreciate it. So overall, guys, for the year, Litecoin's up 213%. The last 6 months were down 30%. The last 3 months were down over 50%. That's what I'm saying, guys. This has really been a sharp move to the downside. And I guess I would be surprised after such a sharp fall that if we just moved sideways and then had another major leg to the downside, I mean, anything's possible. We look at support about 110. But, you know, we're looking at this area and we're waiting to see what direction Bitcoin's going to go in. That's the ticket. If we get into the 12-hour time frame, we're just going to work our way all the way down here. Okay, so support on the 12-hour, we're roughly going to try to hold about $151. Overhead resistance, main area is going to be that 167. Then we're going to look to about 180. If we get into the 8-hour time frame, still, guys, really moving sideways here. If you take a look at that, another thing I like to look at is see if we have any divergence. So if we take a look at our divergence meter, we had a little bit back in this range here, but since then we have not. Let's get into our 4-hour. Then our 4-hour, same deal, guys. I mean, this has been roughly, if we take a look at our date range here, we have been really moving just sideways here for the last about 26, 27 days, right in that area. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, when the move does come in, it's going to be explosive regardless of which way it goes. So you got to be prepared here. You have to have a plan. If we get into the 1 hour, and it all starts with the 1 hour, changing the trend, guys. So right here on the 1 hour, we have to try to keep this going here. So we pushed down to about 151. We bounced up high, higher low, higher high. See if we can set a higher low and then a higher high. You can see we're coming out of this downtrend here from $181, lower highs and lower lows till we shifted that. Just like over here, how we were down, bounced up, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Guys, it is all about the trend. That's what you're looking for. So we're going to see if Litecoin here can hold this 157 and see if we can get a move past 161, which we did get up to. Then you can see how we're going to have some of these overhead resistance areas up in this area that could give us a little bit more trouble. But, you know, guys, if you're just a longer term investor in Litecoin, and this is something that, you know, it was up to over $400, it's sitting at $157. You know, in my opinion, this isn't even a terrible opportunity. If you plan on holding this for several years, even at a spot at 158, layer in a little bit, and then if it drops, layer in a little bit more, drops, layer in a little bit more, and have a nice average so that when we do start moving back to the upside, you're in a nice position to be able to make some good moves here, because this has been an extreme drop, guys. And, you know, we can go lower, but we're just going to have to patiently wait and see if that bottom is in right now. Very sticky spot whenever we're moving sideways like this, guys. It's where a lot of people get chopped out, you know, bouncing back and forth, because our range is essentially from 117 all the way up to about 210, and we've just been bouncing back and forth in that area. Very tough spot to trade right now here, guys. So just be careful out there. Have a wonderful weekend. If you get something from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you ever want to help us out, we have some addresses in the description if you get something from this education. God bless you all, and take care.